Hey guys, I am really missing being at school with you, and I hope you are learning a lot, that you are staying healthy and safe. Um, I wanted to continue, I wanted to continue reading our class novels, so I'm going to pick up on the crossover where I think we were. I know one class was ahead and one class was behind the other, but I'm just picking a spot and I will read for about 10 minutes each video and we'll get caught up to the same place probably after this one. But if you've heard this before, it can be a good refresher. If not, if you're not up to this point, there you go. All right. Remember, we have the twins, JB and Filthy, and they play basketball in junior high. Their mom is an administrator. Their dad played in a world championship and has a championship ring that they like to play with from time to time, even though they're not supposed to. JB likes to make bets, and remember a bet that they made. He was supposed to cut off one lock of Filthy's hair, but he cut off 5 dreads, and so Filthy had to shave his head, and those were his wings to help him fly. Remember JB, there's a girl that he likes, and Filthy calls her Miss Sweet Tea because she brought him sweet tea one day after a game. All right, basketball rule number 4. If you miss enough of life's free throws, you will pay in the end. Having a mother is good when she rescues you from free throw attempt number 36. Your arms as heavy as sea anchors, but it can be bad when your mother is a principal at your school. Bad in so many ways. It's always education this and education that. After a double overtime basketball game, I only want 3 things: food, bath, sleep. The last thing I want is education. But each night, Mom makes us read. That's a good mom. You should be reading each night. Don't know how he does it, but JB listens to his iPod at the same time. So he doesn't hear me when I ask him, is Miss Sweet Tea his girlfriend? He claims he's listening to French classical, that it helps him concentrate. Yeah, right. It sounds more like Jay-Z and Kanye in Paris, which is why when Mom and Dad start arguing, he doesn't hear them either. Mom shouts, "Get a checkup. Hypertension is genetic." "I'm fine. Stop high-posting me, baby," Dad whispers. "Don't play me, Charles. This isn't a basketball game." "I don't need a doctor. I'm fine." "Your father didn't need a doctor either. He was alive when he went into the hospital." "So now you're afraid of hospitals?" "Nobody's afraid. I'm fine. It's not that serious. Fainting is a joke, is it? I saw you, baby, and I got a little excited. Come kiss me." "Don't do that. Baby, it's nothing. I just got a little dizzy." "You love me? Like summer loves short nights." "Get a checkup then." "Only cure I need is you." "I'm serious about this, Chuck." "Only doctor I need is Dr. Crystal Bell. Now come here." And then there is silence, so I put the pillow over my head, because when they stop talking, I know what that means. Ugh. Hypertension, a disease otherwise known as high blood pressure. As in, Mom doesn't want Dad eating salt because too much of it increases the volume of blood, which can cause hypertension. As in, hypertension can affect all types of people, but you have a higher risk if someone in your family has had the disease. As in, I think my grandfather died of hypertension. Sorry, I need a drink. Trying to keep it as much like we were in school as possible, except that I'm on my couch. To fall asleep, I count and recount the 37 strands of my past in the box beneath my bed. Remember, those are his dreadlocks he kept in a box. Why we only ate salad for Thanksgiving. Because every year Grandma makes a big delicious dinner, but this year, 2 days before Thanksgiving, she fell off her front stoop on the way to buy groceries, so Uncle Bob, my mom's younger brother, who smokes cigars and thinks he's a chef because he watches food TV, decided he would prepare a feast. a feast for the whole family, which consisted of macaroni with no cheese, concrete hard cornbread, and a greenish-looking ham that prompted Mom to ask if he had any eggs to go along with it, which made Grandma laugh so hard she fell again, this time right out of her wheelchair. How do you spell trouble? During the vocabulary test, JB passes me a folded note to give to Miss Sweet Tea, who sits at the desk in front of me and who looks pretty tight in her pink denim capris and matching sneaks. Someone cracks a window. A cold breeze whistles. Her hair dances to its own song. In this moment, I forget about the note I forget about the test and the note until JB hits me in the head with his number 2. Number 2 is a pencil that we used to have to use to take tests before they were all online. Somewhere between camaraderie and imbecile, I tap her beige bare shoulder with the note. At that exact moment, the teacher's head creeps up from his desk, his eyes directly on me. I'm a fly caught in a web. What do I do? Hand over the note, embarrass JB, or hide the note, take the heat? I look at my brother, his forehead a factory of sweat. Miss Sweet Tea smiles, gorgeous pink lips and all. I know what I have to do. Bad news. I sit in Mom's office for an hour reading brochures and pamphlets about the Air Force and the Marines. She's in and out handling principal stuff. A parent protesting her daughter's F. A pranked substitute teacher crying. A broken window. After an hour, she finally sits in the chair next to me and says, "The good news is I'm not going to suspend you. The bad news, Josh, is that neither Duke nor any other college accepts cheaters. Since I can't seem to make a decent man out of you, perhaps the Air Force or Marines can." I want to tell her I wasn't cheating, that this is all JB and Miss Sweet Tea's fault, that this will never happen again, that Duke is the only thing that matters, but a water pipe bursts in the girls' bathroom. So I tell her I'm sorry, it won't happen again, then head off to my next class. Gym class is supposed to be about balls. Volleyballs, basketballs, softballs, soccer balls, sometimes sit-ups, and always sweat. But today Mr. Lane tells us not to dress out. He's standing in front of the class, a dummy laid out on the floor, plastic, faceless, torso cut in half. I'm not paying attention to anything he's saying or to the dummy because I'm watching Jordan pass notes to Miss Sweet Tea. And I wonder what's in the notes. "Josh, why don't you come up and assist me?" "What? Huh?" The class snickers. And before I know it, I'm tilting the dummy's head back, pinching his nose, blowing into his mouth, and pumping his chest 30 times. All the while thinking that if life is really fair, one day I'll be the one writing notes to some sweet girl, and JB will have to squash his lips on some dummy's sweaty mouth. What is it that they are doing? Yep, CPR. I hope that's what you all said. Second quarter. Conversation. "Hey JB, I played a pickup game at the rec today." At first, the older guys laughed and wouldn't let me in unless I could hit from half court. Of course I did, all net. I wait for JB to say something, but he just smiles, his eyes all moony. I showed them guys how the Bells ball. I scored 14 points. They told me I should try out for junior varsity next year because I got hops. "JB, are you listening?" JB nods, his fingers tapping away on the computer, chatting probably with Miss Sweet Tea. "I told the big guys about you too. They said we could come back and run with them anytime. What do you think about that?" "Hello, Earth to JB." Even though I know he hears me, the only thing JB is listening to is the sound of his heart bouncing on the court of love. Conversation. "Dad, this girl is making Jordan act weird. He's here, but he's not. He's always smiling. His eyes get all spacey whenever she's around, and sometimes when she's not. He wears your cologne. He's always texting her. He even wore loafers to school. Dad, you gotta do something." Dad does something. He laughs. "Filthy, talking to your brother right now would be like pushing water uphill with a rake, son." "This isn't funny, Dad. Say something to him, please." Filthy. If some girl done locked up JB, he's going to jail. Now let's go get some donuts. Basketball rule number 5. When you stop playing your game, you've already lost. All right, we will stop there for today. So I hope you all enjoy this, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Bye.